If you love the show Fleabag, if you love the love story that existed in Fleabag, if you love the whole I love you, it will pass thing, then yeah, this video is for you. I love, but I don't like romance books, specifically because they feel really repetitive, and this whole tropification thing just does not work for me. I used to read a lot of romance books, but now it just feels really repetitive, as if I'm reading the 10 books over and over and over again. So now my idea of love has completely changed. I finished watching the show Fleabag for the second time, and before, I don't think I actually understood what that show was all about, why people were so obsessed with it. But on my second watch, I actually started recognizing why, and I find myself drawn to that show, not knowing why. Like, I still don't understand the show completely, but I'm hoping that on my third watch I will become a fan of that show as well. But there are certain moments in that show that just feel so realistic and raw, especially the love that existed between the priest and Fleabag. That is definitely something I know exists with a lot of people, that heartache, that painful love that you know is going to end soon, but you just cannot help participate in that love. Yeah, that is something I know exists for a lot of people, and that is the love that I like reading about, I like watching. Nowadays I seek books that talk about love, but the realistic love, raw love that exists between real people, not some fantasy, not some daydream, but love that exists between two real human beings. Love that was talked about in Normal People, and yes, the miscommunication in Normal People is real as well, no matter how much people hate that miscommunication that exists. So yeah, when I read romance books, I try to seek characters that feel human like, and so I have made a list of books that are for those people, that are for people who are not romance readers, they are non-romance readers, but they still love the idea of love and want to read about love and how love exists between human beings and the society and the whole world. And just, yeah, you like love, you are here, but you're not a romance reader. So yeah, these books are for you. The first one is Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Howarth. I am currently reading this. I'm like 40% through with this book, but I just know this is going to be one of my top reads of 2026 because wow, I did not know that this was a romance book. I thought it was going to be like some literary fiction about girlhood or something, and it is, but it is also a love story, and I am loving the love story because you know that claustrophobic feeling you get when you are in love. I don't know that feeling, but I'm reading about it. It's like this love that exists between Lucy and Susanna, and it is claustrophobic because it feels like that the other person is just going to consume me completely. I would not exist if not for the other person. Like, they both are so obsessed with each other, and we read about Lucy and her thoughts about Susanna, and it feels so obsessive, it feels so suffocating, but in the best possible way. This book takes place in like 1989, 1990, 1991, and it talks about these girls living in this really small Irish town where you meet the same people again and again. It takes place in this summer that is warm and really sticky. You know, the summer that a lot of people talk about, that exists in a lot of books, but I haven't read about that summer except in this book, and I'm really enjoying it. And in this summer we follow this group of girls, not just this group of girls but mainly Lucy, because we read about it from her point of view, and we read about how she transitions from this girlhood to womanhood in the span of summer. She goes through these feelings, like humanistic feelings that you get when you are growing up, and how she falls in love with Susanna, a love that is kind of forbidden because, you know, lesbian love does not exist in this world, I guess. So it is a bit taboo, but it feels so real. It feels like the love that she describes for Susanna just feels so obsessive and intense, and it is so great to read about. And I'm reading it and I'm just like, wow, if I ever fall in love, I would definitely want to experience the love that Lucy felt for Susanna, because it just seems so beautiful yet heartbreaking. I don't know why. I feel like there's a heartbreak coming in this book, and I want to read about it, but I'm like waiting for that heartbreak. I'm waiting for that heartache for some reason. Yeah, that is the love that this book talks about. So if you like the obsessive kind of love, you know how this book actually feels like a Lana Del Rey song. So if you like Lana Del Rey, if you like the vibes that her songs present, then you should definitely pick up this book, because this book is truly a gem. The next book is Vanishing World by Sayaka Murata. I wish I could show you my paperback, my physical copy, because I have annotated the hell out of that book. That is also one of my top books of 2026, by the way. That book is not like a traditional love story that talks about love, but it talks about how love, sex and family is vanishing from the world that the book takes place in. We follow our main character who has been conceived in the abnormal way, which is breeding, because everyone else is conceived through the normal way, which is IVF. We read about her existing in a world where people are masturbating to these anime characters and not to real people, because falling in love with the real people is disgusting and absurd. This is a world where sex between a husband and wife is considered to be incest, and we read about our main character battling with these emotions, because while everyone else is letting go of the concept of love and family, our main character wants more of these. But how would one person change the perception of the whole society? And we see her battling with these thoughts about how she wants to fit in with the rest of the people, she wants to fit in with the society, but at the same time she individually wants to seek more of the love that you can get from the other person, the love that you can get from being in a family. And it is a very thought-provoking book. I know a lot of people do not like the ending, but I felt like the ending actually wrapped up the book perfectly. So check the trigger warnings before you pick up this book. And if you want to read about a world where sex, love and family is considered to be taboo, then this is the perfect book for it. Like Sayaka Murata, I love whatever is wrong with her, and I just want to read more of her books. Like this was one of the best books I have ever read. Next book is Hunger by Choi Jin Hyang. I felt like this was the Korean version of Normal People, because it also talked about love that existed between these two characters, but at the same time it talked about how money, power, social construct is important as well. We follow our main character whose boyfriend has died, has been murdered actually. So to be actually fair, to I guess respect their love, she decides to consume him. She decides to eat him little by little, just so that she wouldn't waste him or throw him away to a world that never cared for him. Yeah, the love that exists between them is a bit unhinged, but I loved reading this book. I loved the love that existed, because it talked about how love can be everything, can be enough, especially when you are dealing with a life that is throwing a lot of obstacles at you, when you are dealing with a lot of problems. Sometimes the smile on your partner's face can light up your whole world. It can make you forget all your problems. But at the same time, is this love really enough, especially when you're dealing with a lot of financial problems? No, because financial problems will always find a way to hinder that love. And I loved how this book talked about the problems that existed in a romantic relationship, the realistic problems that existed in a romantic relationship, and how love is never going to be enough, especially if you don't have a way to survive in the world that you belong to, in the society that you belong to. Next is All About Love by Bell Hooks. This is on my TBR. I actually have not read this, but this is a memoir about how the author views love. Not just romantic love, but I think platonic love, familial love, love that exists in every corner of your life. And I'm really excited to read this. So I think that this book would also be a really perfect fit for this video, because it talks about the realistic love that exists between two real human beings. Also, the first line of this book, I'll read it to you. When I was a child, it was clear to me that life was not worth living if we did not know love. I wish I could testify that I came to this awareness because of the love I felt in my life. But it was love's absence that let me know how much love mattered. This book is perfect for this list. The next book is All the Lovers in the Night by Miyako Kawakami. This is about a main character who is moving through life in this really glacial pace because she herself has alienated herself from the rest of the world. She is dealing with this loneliness that I feel exists within a lot of people. We just don't know yet how to identify it, and that is something I identified in this book, like the loneliness that the main character was talking about and how she was dealing with it. That was something I resonated with. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I definitely resonated with that idea of loneliness a lot. It is also a book where the main character deals with this infatuation with this older man and how she tries to shape herself into what this older man would prefer, into what this older man would like, you know. This book actually took me out of a reading slump last year. I loved this book because it talked about how oftentimes we are just looking for a friend in a lot of people. We are looking for people who would truly understand us, but most of the time we put this pressure on romantic love. But there exist other type of loves. There exist like friends love that exists between two people, two friends, and sometimes that love matters a lot more than romantic love. And that is something this book this book showed me, and I loved this book because of that. So yeah, read it. The last book is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. This is about two people who love each other a lot, but they just don't recognize each other. They avoid the other person, they don't like the other person, but they cannot even leave each other because they love each other. It is about Leah and Miri. Leah is this marine biologist something who goes on this mission into the deepest part of the ocean to study what exists in the deepest part of the ocean, which is a nightmare for me because she gets stuck in this submarine for months at a time, and she sees darkness all around her, and that is like, yeah, one of my worst nightmares. I just cannot imagine it being completely black all around me. Like, I don't know what is top, what is bottom. Yeah, it's a nightmare. But after months of being in this submarine, of being in this darkness, she finally emerges to the land. She finally gets with Miri again, but she is a completely new person, and Miri just cannot identify the Leah that she fell in love with. And we deal about how they are having troubles in their marriage, how both of them are trying to save their marriage, but they cannot do so because they just don't know each other anymore. They cannot identify the person that they fell in love with because Leah is like a completely new person. She has gone through some trauma that she just cannot communicate to Miri, even though she should be able to, since Miri is her wife, but she just cannot communicate. And this miscommunication or non-communication that exists between them feels suffocating to the point where they want to leave each other, but they cannot do so because they love each other. But they also cannot do anything to save the other person. Like, it talked about love and marriage in a way that I see existing in real life. I see people around me or on the internet who have this bond, but they just are not able to communicate to each other anymore. And it's really sad, but that is how a lot of people are. So yeah, I would have recommended Madonna in a Fur Coat and Normal People as well, but these are two really popular books, so I'm sure you have already heard of them or you have read them. But yeah, so these were all the books that talked about love in a way that particularly interests me, and I hope you like these recommendations. I hope you read a book about the love that you eventually want to, I don't know, find yourself in. If you like the show Fleabag, then definitely these books are for you. You would not regret reading any of them. I hope so, because you like reading about realistic love, which is why you watch the show Fleabag, which is why you are watching this video. At least I'm hoping you're watching this video till this end, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.